So my first note on my cup says, 11. No worse than Knut Hansen. I'm starving. I hope none of you are starving after that. And I have something else which I've been asked to, I just received a message about actually. I just received
from a secret guest,
a WhatsApp, yes. So actually there's a spare seat here, actually there's several over there. But actually the person who was meant to be here was Bulgakov. And he was meant to arrive, but in fact he was stuck in quarantine, so we're very sorry. But yes, so he did have a note though, that he actually managed to get somebody to put here, and it's under the seat of one of you, if you'd like to have a look.
It's a table actually, not the seats. It's a table.
We have to get on the table?
Don't get onto the table, just have a feel. Have a nice feel.
Is it on the floor or is it on the table?
I'm just going to tell you right now, it's not on the table.
I'm afraid part of it though, but there's some key bits missing here.
We have to guess then, right?
Okay. So what am I? Should I just get up and read this?
Stand up and read it.
Somebody should film this.
Going home by sea, then by goods van. And if the money runs out, on foot. But I'm going home. My life is ruined. I'm going home. To Moscow. To Moscow. Farewell.
Tsikhiziri.
Farewell. Green tape. Farewell.
Why is he fighting
It's probably the best way.
You've heard that twice this year. Yes. Since was Kurt to pronounce the very.
No, in Russian we say, Artyom, repetition is the mother of...
humor?
How to say it in English?
Knowledge, repetition, and
Education.
Knowledge.
Children.
Oh my God. Maybe that's what's happening you guys back. So I want to say a few words about the story Notes on a Cuff, which was written by Bulgakov for 2 years from 1922 to 1923. It's autobiographical. It's dedicated to the complex relationship between the author and the Soviet regime. The publication of the notes was a daunting task since no publisher was willing to publish it in full. And Bulgakov's desire to see the notes published in one book during his lifetime never came true. The work was bought from him by the Berlin publishing house, Nakanuni, promising to release it in 1923, but they didn't. Bulgakov writes about this. At first it worried and upset me very much, and then I became indifferent. The full text of the work has not reached us, but only excerpts published in magazines in 1924 with significant cuts and heavily censured. It's about Bulgakov's life in the Caucasus and shows glimpses of his, basically the themes which evolved in his later literature, and particularly the demonic element in some of his works. This theory carries on, and obviously it culminated in Master and Margarita. And so we sort of see in time and in philosophical richness the future of Bulgakov's masterpieces in these notes on a cuff. And we can see that he's unable to accept the new regime. The author is sincerely afraid of the future at the time in Russia and the fate of the country, and at the same time he understands that he doesn't have the agency to change the situation. And I find this incredibly resonant with where we are now in our own times. Right, we don't have the agency to change our situation, but we worry about everything. So I was just mentioning to people at our table, in our firm, some of my colleagues and I, we've been doing what we would call, not exactly notes on a cuff, maybe notes on an iPhone. We've been doing a writing course where we write a few words, maybe a few sentences every single day, with the idea that after 6 months you can publish it as a book, right? So I just put this to all of you, that this would be a great idea, and we'd be willing and very happy to put all of this in a blog on the Bulgakov website that we have at the moment. So if anyone wants to email us just bits and pieces, you can do it in your name, under a pseudonym, you can do it anonymously, send it to us, because we'd love to create this community to be doing this writing. And another thought I have is that we were hearing earlier, and this is one of my notes on the cuff, or notes on my iPhone, we were hearing about the demonic nature of Stalin. But I think we have to remember that in every demonic nature there is good and there is bad, everything is nuance, everything is contradiction. And if it wasn't for Stalin, everybody in this room would be speaking German. So let's just hold on to that. And,
What if you already know German?
cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Jawohl!
Because everyone is ignoring them. Yes, exactly.
So maybe
my
we should
mom.
have some wine in here. Happy Christmas for the future, everybody.
This is the best vessel for mulled wine I've ever seen.
What is it?